Hi everyone, this is part 2 of the Brian Koberger case, running to Xana's room. Before we begin, I wanted to thank everyone for their patience. I know it's been a while since part 1, but some personal circumstances made it important for me to take a step back for a moment. Everything's good now, so let's continue on. In part 1, we talked about the spatter evidence and how it lined up with Maddie and Kaylee's location and position. We also showed how Brian Koberger attacked them from the edge of the bed, leaving an impression in the blanket by his knee. And there were other things, like the location of the knife sheath, and how the blood spatter calculations were done. Now we're going to explore the timing and the evidence in between Maddie and Xana's room. What I'll do is play the illustration with little interruption, which will show where everyone was, and then we'll explain more. Brian is about to start his attack, and the time is 4:16 a.m. It's believed seconds ago he opened Kaylee's door to her room and saw no one there, but he left the door open. This allowed Murphy to come out and see what was going on. When Koberger starts attacking Kaylee and Maddie in Maddie's room, Murphy starts barking. The barking was caught on audio by the neighbor's security camera. It recorded a number of barks, which helps in telling us where Murphy was at the time. The sounds of barking grabs Xana's attention, and she comes out of her room to see what's going on. It also starts waking up Dylan. While in the hallway, Xana hears commotion going on up in Maddie's room, and goes upstairs to check it out. When getting there, she sees a stranger and yells someone's in the house and runs downstairs. Brian panics and chases after Xana, but he's unfamiliar with the step up to the living room. So he trips and flings his arms to catch his balance. This knocks over the cups, further waking up Beth downstairs with all the commotion. As we were going through the scene, you would have noticed a bunch of red dots placed in different locations. These were markers left by the investigators. The scene here is where Xana sees Koberger in Maddie's room. As he chases after her, he bumps the door with his left arm. This left behind a transfer stand that matches with Kaylee and Maddie. Continuing as we go downstairs, you'll see some more markers. Koberger's hand touches the rail as he runs down the stairs, leaving behind transfer stains, one resulting in DNA match of Maddie. Moving forward to the end, Koberger swiped a corner, transferring these stains to 3 locations. All 3 of these stains tested positive for the presence of blood. As he rounds the corner, he holds out his hand to balance himself, creating another blood transfer labeled J. He then enters the living room. He trips and flings his arms to catch himself. There are many things that support this illustration, and we're going to show these details next, starting here. In this illustration, you can see an area saturated here with water. When officers first arrive, you can see these wet areas marked here, and as we move forward, you can see it here on the table as well. Let's rewind that so we can see it here again. In later photos, the water has dried up, but it is visible here and in many other videos. Here's another view from another officer's body cam. In this image, we can see here that 7 cups are on the floor. The other 3 cups remain on the table. Together they made up the triangle at the end. In this section, you would see how the cups would have been set up, each of them holding an inch or 2 of water. Because these cups remain undisturbed, including the bottle on the table and a few other items, it's believed the table wasn't bumped, but instead that the cups were struck from the side. In Beth's interview, she recounts hearing the cups hit the floor.
You heard the pong table slide on the floor like someone had bumped into it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything?
Cups fall or something.
You heard what?
Either cups fall off of it or like the table moved to the side.
Let's look more at the living room. Here you can see a list of different markers of different stains found throughout the area. All of these markers were diluted with blood splatters. What happens is, Koberger strikes the cups, and then flings his arms back through the fluid, diluting the blood on his gloves before it casts off to the wall. Because Xana was in the path of the cast-off, it creates a masked area where no stains are found, which is illustrated here. From the time the attack started in Maddie's room to entering the hallway of Xana's room, only 1 minute of time has passed. Thanks again for watching. Part 3 is in the works and it'll illustrate what happened in Xana's room. If you like my work, please follow.